Hey everybody, it's Dan here from the Dan and Andy Show. Andy's not going to make this episode, and it's the most important one, the first one. Anyways, stay tuned and we're going to keep you in touch on what the show's going to be about and give you some insight on what to expect from our first real episode with Andy alongside me. This is the Dan and Andy Show. It's showtime.
It's the Dan and Andy Show. Starring Dan and Andy.
Hey, how's everybody doing out there today? It's Dan here. You know, I'm sitting here and I'm getting a little depressed that Andy's not with me for the first show on the Dan and Andy Show. But, you know, he's got things to do and it's going to be okay. His legacy will live on, and I'll try to keep the Dan and Andy Show legacy strong within me, okay? Anyways, I'm going to give you a little insight on what the Dan and Andy Show is going to be about. Basically, it's a show about nothing. Probably figured that out in the intro of the show. But I thought now you'd like to see why me and Andy wanted to do the Dan and Andy Show in the first place. I think you're going to find it quite interesting.
So one day we're sitting in geometry class doing our homework, whatever, when suddenly it hits us. What if we make this new hit show that could go on like YouTube and like forever change the world of shows on YouTube, right? So we wrote down some ideas, took some pictures, and the Dan and Andy Show was off. So we started telling everyone about our little show idea, and they loved it, giving us suggestions like maybe we should play a random video of the week every show, how often we should do it, and we took them all in, got our trusty video camera ready, and here we are today. Here's the weird thing about the Dan and Andy Show. It's a bi-weekly show, which means you can count on it every 2 weeks, not every week, not 3 weeks, every 2 weeks. It's an odd name for a show, but it works.
Hey everybody, it's Dan again. You know, the more I go on with this show, the more the minutes pass on, the more I miss my partner Andy. He's not here for the start of the show. But it's going to be okay, ladies and gentlemen. Don't cry. Wipe that tear from your eye. Andy will be back, okay? I promise you he'll be back. Well, I'm going to have to continue the Dan and Andy Show without Andy. That's like half the show. That's like half the title of the show. That's stupid, okay? But that's okay. I'm going to do it anyway. So, on the real show, now we'd have a part of it called Conversation, where me and Andy talk back and forth about the most random topics in the world. Sometimes current events, sometimes see if Tom Brady is going to have another baby, and sometimes it's just all kinds of stuff. And trust me, we're not nice most of the time. But because Andy's not here and I'm not schizophrenic, we're not going to be able to do that part of the show right now. But we're gonna. The good news. There is good news today. After this, we're gonna, on the real show, we're gonna do a part called Random Clip of the Week, where we basically just type in a random word, say pig, and we pick a random clip that shows up, and we show it. It's gonna be about as random as a dog jumps off a tutu with a wand on his head or something. And I'm sure there's a video on YouTube called that. So here's this bi-week's, I guess, YouTube Random Clip of the Week. Okay everybody, our random word that we typed in this week was garage, and it looks like our random clip of the week is going to be how not to exit a parking garage. Let's do it. Looks like it's going to be an exciting random clip of the week. Here we go. Wow, what was that guy doing? Okay. Well, we're coming to the close of the first ever Dan and Andy show. But the way we're going to end every single show is we're going to ask you, the YouTube community, to share your thoughts on our show, whatever you think about it, and show us your talent. If you think you can sing, if you got a good impression, which we'll also be doing on the show, if you got a good George W. Bush or maybe a little Jack Nicholson over here, then do it. I mean, just send it. Just do a video response to us. We'll screen them and we look at them. And if it's one that we think's really cool or a really cool response or whatever, then we'll air it on this part of the show. Of course, this is our first episode, so nobody's gonna submit us a video. But get working on that, or if you already have it up, just post it to us. And you might see your video on the end of the Dan and Andy show. Well, it's been a long show without Andy by my side, but next show's gonna be awesome because we got the whole show going. You know what it's gonna be about. You're gonna send in some videos. It's gonna be a great show next time. Tune in 2 weeks for the next Dan and Andy show. I'm Dan, and this has been another Dandy show.